iPhone 16 Pro versus iPhone 12 Pro, which one is better? Should you actually upgrade to the 16 Pro? Well, let's find out. But first, an unboxing. Let's just unbox this thing. Now, this is the first time I'm buying an iPhone from Apple. Usually I buy it from AT&T, but it like perfectly fits in there. This, wow, that is amazing. Okay, just peel these off. Satisfying. Yes. 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 Satisfying. And now for the grand reveal. Holy crap. Lifting it out of the box. Oh my gosh. My hands washed? Like, holy crap. I mean, wash my hands. All right, one hand washing later, and here we go. Open it up. Oh my god. Oh. Look at that. There's many different things. There's like the mute switch, which I guess it still has the mute thing on there because it defaults as that. And the volume buttons, and then the power button right there, if you can see it on the screen right there, and then the capture button, which, oh my god, it looks so nice. Holy crap. Now for the peel, which doesn't sound like anything, but never mind. Oh my dude, that's literally the cleanest it's ever gonna be. I'm not gonna put a screen protector on it. A little bit risky, but I do have Apple Care, and this is the same screen protector I've had since day one for this phone, so I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. You know, first things first, I'm going to put it in a case. So luckily, back here, I've already unboxed. I'm not going to show you the unboxing because you got to go watch my short. Here's the case for the 16 Pro. I'm put it in the case just so. Oh my god, I don't even want to touch the screen. Like, I just don't want to touch it. Can you just go into the case already? Holy crap. Got the case on there. Look at that. Wow. Holy crap, dude. It's massive. The one thing I do like about the 12 Pro, though, is that camera bump does not stick out when using a case. At least it sticks out just like a tiny bit, but not as much as any new phone nowadays. We're going to turn it on. Okay, it's turning on now. Nice. What else do we get? Well, you know, we get this cable, which might as well unbox it now. Oh, such a nice cable. Holy crap. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to get it connected because, well, it doesn't have a SIM card. Also, this cable is really nice. It is the braided one, which is really nice. It's pretty long. I mean, that's pretty decent. It goes, you know, it goes from the floor to the table in a little bit. Also, there's paperwork in here. There's no Apple stickers. I've already watched an unboxing. There are no Apple stickers. I'm not even going to take this out because I'm going to put it right back in anyways. Unboxing complete. So I'm going to set this up. Yeah, I definitely want to, okay, definitely want to do that. Look how easy that is, dude. Like, I wasn't even like, oh my gosh. You can just lift it up. Oh, dude. I wasn't even paying attention. What the heck? Set up for me, definitely. Enter passcode of other phone. If you've been paying attention, there's another box. So stay tuned next week. Hopefully I can get it out next week. Jeez. Unboxing this and comparing it to something else that may also be in this exact same shot that's right here. Maybe. Set up eSIM. Oh, dude. Transfer from... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What? So that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't remember what happened last time because it's been like 4 years. Dude, look at that camera, though. Oh, my God. Compared to the 8 Plus, obviously... It's going to be, yeah, no competition in terms of size. The iPhone 4, I mean, this is in a case right here, but you can sort of see where the camera bump is. Or it's not really, there's no bump, actually. But you can tell, like, holy crap, how far cameras have come on phones. Dude, what? Oh, how's that so fast? And now, onto the comparison between the 16 Pro and the 12 Pro. Let's get right into it. Starting off, we're going to be doing a speed test of USB-C versus Lightning. Editing me here. Been working on this video for a while. It's taken way longer than expected. Only because I had to reshoot some things, but also recently it's because of this part right here, which you haven't seen yet because I can't put it in the video anymore because it takes way too long to do anything. I'm putting this in here because I really wanted to show it. I really wanted to showcase what, you know, how faster it is, but I just couldn't do it because it just doesn't work. Okay. I'm going to try to show you this as fast as possible because I know you guys are kind of bored already. If I hover over a section of a video, it will show me that section of the video, like show me like a preview of it basically. And so if I hover over it, it changes to different frames. And usually this happens like pretty fast, pretty instantly, you know, whatever. But I'm on this scene right here, and I'm gonna move down here. Yep, see, pretty quickly, right? Pretty quickly. This part in particular is really weird because it just doesn't work. Let me move this around. Oh no, I can't move it around because this little circle thing is where you move it around. And I can't move it around for some reason. That's weird, right? That's strange. As you can see, these layers and stuff, I was trying to make a divider thing. As you can see, it's kind of blocking the time and whatever. If I try to move them, and I move them over, right? And I still hover over that, the lines are still there. Because the frame doesn't update from anywhere from 18 seconds to a minute. So I gotta wait every single time I want to change something for the frame to update. So I'm just not going to include this part. I will tell you, the 16 Pro is faster. It did it in 3 minutes and 41 seconds. And then the XS Max, which I did use instead of the 12 Pro because my 12 Pro didn't work. Another thing that just goes wrong for some reason. I don't know why it just didn't work, but it just didn't work. That one did it in 5 minutes and 41 seconds. It was a cool scene. I mean, you know, as you can see, it still hasn't updated. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the video right now. All right, next comparison, we're gonna be comparing the screens. So, as you've been seeing, the bezels are really thin, and obviously, the new phone does not have a notch, as this one does. Now, the bezels, I was like, okay, they might be a little bit thinner, but like, I mean, how much are you really gonna notice? The bezels on the 12 without the case are as thick as that phone with the case on. Now we're going to be comparing 60 Hz versus 120 Hz. You know, in the past, I have done this test before, and I did not really notice it. It's more noticeable on a big screen, but like on a screen like the size of a phone, it's kind of just like not really noticeable. And also I tested the brightness outside, so I went outside. It was sort of a cloudy day, and focus. I did not see a difference. Really, I did not see a difference, like, at all. That's kind of strange. Thought it would be brighter. Moving on to the gaming comparison. Now, last time I did this, I did not talk through it, and I kind of made it too long. So we're just going to speed run through this. All right, starting off the gaming comparison, we have Bloons TD6. It's about the same. It sort of lags a little bit still, like the audio lags in the one test. I'll show you right now. Now on to another game, Train Simulator 3, which you guys probably haven't heard of, but it is really intensive. I could not get my new phone to work. I couldn't get it to load. I don't know why. As I've seen from my last test from the 15 Pro versus 12 Pro, yeah, it's definitely way better. Right, now on to the next one, the car game. It definitely feels smoother on the new phone and doesn't lag nearly as much, and I think it loads a little bit faster too, so that's pretty cool. Not actually that big of a difference. Now on to the next game, Minecraft. Now this one, I noticed a huge difference. Still lags just like a little bit. It's way better than the 12 Pro, so it's really good. You can have it maxed out, and it does really well. Overall, it's honestly not big of a difference, really. I was expecting more. I noticed, though, as I was playing, that this thing got way hotter than the other one, so that's at least good. If you want to play games, get that one. Also, it has more support for games. You can get Resident Evil Village, which I've downloaded. It's free. I think there's only so much you can play on the free version, but it is really cool to get like a console game on a phone. Now on to the speaker comparison. So this time I maxed out the volume on these because last time I didn't do that. I did like half volume because that's what I usually use. And wow, this thing blows. That thing,
awesome. I really need to grab it. I don't know what I'm doing. They are about the same volume, so like the same loudness. It's just this one sounds so much better than this one. It's a wild difference. Now on to a video comparison. Also at the end of this video comparison, I will be telling you about a major deal that I literally have not seen anyone else talk about. This is the video and audio quality of the iPhone 12 Pro. Probably looks pretty decent. It's at 4K 60, so the highest quality it can possibly film at. And this is the video and audio quality of the iPhone 16 Pro, so it's probably about the same. I'll have them side by side, of course, as you see now, to see the differences, which is probably not that much. If I just look around here. This is another test of the audio for the 16 Pro, because before I had the 12 Pro right like in front of it, sort of, so I wanted to test it again. Try not to block any of the microphones this time, so I don't know if it's any different, but there are some cool audio features on the 16 Pro, so we're gonna test those out now. So this is the in-frame audio setting on the iPhone 16 Pro. It's only things that are in frame, so I'm in frame and should just have my sound, and there's sound over there, so if there's no other sound other than me, then I think it's working. There's probably some bugs behind me making some sound, so I don't know if that will go in as well, but we'll find out. So if I walk over here and start talking, you probably won't hear me as well. This is the studio sound setting on the iPhone 16 Pro. It's probably pretty good. It's a studio. We're in a studio right here. And this is the cinematic audio setting. Moving on to the next comparison. Both of them record 4K 60 pretty well. This one now supports 4K 120, so that's going to be a lot better slow-mo, at least high resolution, not really slower. Let's take a look at a comparison. I sort of didn't really do much with the slow motion. It's not really a super in-depth test, honestly. Yeah, it's definitely looks a lot better. The capture button. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it in the video comparison because it's there. It's a button. It's a capture button. They call it camera control for whatever reason. This location for the capture button, or camera control, is in a really weird spot. I don't know how else they would do this. It's too far for your finger to click right here. That would have been perfect to have it slide right there. Oh, why do they do that? Well, people film in portrait mode for TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and so they wanted to make it accessible for vertical, which is horrible, by the way, to use. It's much better to use it in landscape. If you wanted this in portrait mode, the power button would be camera control. Actually, that's actually not a bad idea. I have a genius idea. Apple, you need to listen very carefully. What if they moved the capture button over? They moved it over, you know, so it's better to take pictures and stuff. Well, what about vertical video? What about vertical? Convert this power button. I mean, it would still be a power button, but convert it into a capture button as well. Maybe make a Touch ID sensor in there. I don't know how you would do all those things, but I mean, just for the people that want it, if you make it that capture button, then you can have it in vertical too, and it's much better right there. And it could be, I mean, if it was moved just a little bit over, it could also be the buttons for a game. Why not? That'd be perfect. I think people would actually like that. Now on to a photo comparison. Starting off with the main camera, it's a pretty big difference. A lot more detail. It allows you to have the 2x telephoto like on the 12 Pro. As you can see, it's about the same looking picture. Now let's look at a very zoomed in picture. So this is a picture I took from really far away, and I zoomed it way in as much as I possibly could, and oh my gosh, it is a massive difference. If you want to zoom in and take a picture of something, 16 Pro. Stabilization is actually pretty good. I was expecting it to be like not very good, but it's actually pretty good for how zoomed in it was. Now onto the ultra wide camera. Now this difference wasn't as big as I was hoping. It still has a lot more detail because it's the 48 megapixel ultra wide, only 12 megapixels on like every other iPhone. So better macro shots too. Obviously this one can't really do macro shots. It uses ultra wide, by the way, for macro shots. Now onto a flashlight comparison. Isn't very big difference in terms of brightness. It's a little bit, the newer one is a little bit warmer, which is nice, but there's a really cool feature on this phone and the 15 Pro. They have this cool feature where you could do this. Focus the beam. Now it isn't quite as focused as what it shows on the thing, but it is really, really cool. This one obviously can't do that. Now on to the major deal that I was talking about earlier that no one else was talking about, which is crazy because I would assume that everyone would talk about this. Okay, I still don't know why I'm wearing headphones. The major deal is that you can now switch lenses when recording in 4K 60. You couldn't do that before. Let's do a live demo. Do a live demo. Okay, start recording. All right, let me just... Oh no, you can't switch to the ultra wide. This phone, on the other hand, 4K 60. Oh my god, you can actually do that. Now, I can start filming in 4K and not have to be like, oh, which lens should I use? Now on to the final little comparison. We're going to be going with the battery life comparison. So I'm not testing these out, you know, doing a side-by-side like, oh yeah, opening these apps and swiping through. No. First off, this isn't a brand new phone. Yeah, I've been using it for a long time, but it does have 89% battery health for somehow. I don't understand how that's even possible. I don't know if it's probably lying to me at this point because it's been unbelievably long since it's changed. Look at that, 89% battery health on an original battery on the 12 Pro. Even though it has 89%, it's not very good. This one day, I used it for 18 minutes on screen and it had an hour and 36-minute screen off time. How much battery do you think it used? Answer now. Answer now. What do you think? Oh, what's that? It used 70% of the battery? What? Well, you must have done something crazy in those 18 minutes, right? No, I was scrolling through social media. Look at this. Holy crap. The amount of battery I use. I haven't really had an issue with the battery life on this phone, mostly because I can just put it on a charger and forget about it because now it has an 80% charge limiter, which is so helpful in preserving my battery. And it's also a metal battery too, so that's another thing that's pretty cool about it. I usually leave it on a charger overnight. As you can see, this is the charge limit. This is what it shows when I'm using the charge limit. Obviously it hasn't gone above 80%, so that is the charge limit. That's, you know, that's kind of why I don't really have a problem with it. Now let's look at the usage. I'll look at the most used. So this was the day after I got it because I was transferring a huge amount of pictures and I used it for 7 hours, almost 7 hours. As you can see, this is the charge. It's almost 100% in one day. Obviously that's above typical. So as you can see, that's way above than what I usually use. Two hours basically is my daily average. Some days a little bit more, mostly because it's a new phone. This one obviously will be a lot better, especially if you just have a charger all the time. And if you have a charger stand like I do right there, it can replace your clock, which is amazing. So that way when you come home, you can just put it on the charger. And oh, what if you want to use your phone? Well, don't use your phone. Just use other devices. Like if you want to watch videos, use a TV. So with all that, should you upgrade from the 12 Pro to the 16 Pro? Should you get the 16 Pro or wait another year for the 17 Pro? I think this is a massive upgrade. There are many things that you would notice day-to-day life, always on display. Amazing. I didn't even talk about that. There's so many things to talk about with these things. I just can't fit it all in one video. Always on display is amazing. You can have a clock, as I was saying before, and it's always on, doesn't turn off like this thing, which is super annoying. Wish it didn't do that, but whatever. Dynamic Island is amazing. I really like it. It's just the animations, man. Holy crap. And I like being able to see timers. Music shows up there. Really nice to look at. USB-C is another major reason why to get this phone, because it's just amazing. You can just charge it with the USB-C cord. So a lot of other devices, an iPad or a MacBook, you can charge it with the same cable. And I didn't even talk about the charging is so much faster on this phone. It charges up so quickly. The new action button is amazing. I didn't even talk about the action button. Dude, there's so many things. I programmed it to open the frunk of my car. So if I push and hold it, it asked me, hey, do you want to open the frunk? And I could just be like, nope, or yes, if I want to. It's super cool, and you can program it to do many things, flashlight and camera and stuff. I wouldn't do the camera. It's kind of stupid. You have so many options to do camera. And also spatial video, if you care about that. I think it's definitely good for recording for the future whenever the Vision Air comes out, or the Apple Vision, or whatever they're going to call it. I would say it's a worthy upgrade if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, and you really don't mind the 12 Pro, I would say maybe wait another year, because maybe the dynamic island will be getting smaller. So with all that, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more tech videos and how to do tech stuff videos, because I've done those recently actually with the new iOS 18 update. So you can want to watch that. You can click on it. This one. Click on this one. This is the iOS 18 one. If you want to watch something else, you can watch right here. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. As I said before, if you don't want to subscribe, like and comment on this video. That would be actually much better. Thank you.